good day, good evening, or afternoon whenever you're watching this video. This is Tracy Brown, your somatic nutrition therapist and attuned eating expert. And I had 3 people in the last 2 weeks request that I do a video like this. And so here it is I think that there are many times in our recovery where after we've been at this a year, 2 years, 5 years, and eating has become more what I call normative, which is mostly eating from hunger and fullness, able to make nutrition decisions without it feeling like a big old trigger and like you're restricting again, or maybe even moving in a consistent kind of way. It doesn't need to be excessive, or, of course not excessive, but it doesn't have to be like basically hardcore. You're not training for something, you're just regularly moving. And lo and behold, you're doing these health behaviors and maybe your body has changed. Maybe you're stronger. Maybe like you can take or leave food. Maybe there's hardly any graze eating or emotional eating, except for when the intent is like, yeah, it's Friday night, I'm gonna have some extra pizza, get a little extra full, this is really fun. Stuff like that. Or something really big happens, some really big trauma memory comes up, and we're eating a little bit to kind of feel like something's there for us. But it's happening infrequently. All that stuff is happening over time. And typically this is not within the first year or 2 of recovery. But you've been at this a little while. And especially folks who've been like, let's say in working with a whole team approach of people, or doing like, let's say a lot of my clients work with me individually or in the group or both. And they're finding that like, Tracy, my body's changing and it's freaking me out, meaning people are noticing that maybe my weight has changed, like I've lost weight, or like I've got more body definition, muscle definition, because I've been just consistent doing stuff I love to do, and you start getting attention for that again, or you just notice it, or your eating feels actually peaceful, which was the whole goal. And that often freaks people out. So this video is for you all today who've made it to that stage of recovery where, maybe your weight went up and it's been up for a while. Like we're talking years, and it seems like, oh, I think I've settled, and like I haven't done anything. I've done not one single thing, Tracy, to make this happen. And I'm kind of afraid that people are going to think that maybe I've relapsed, or that like I'm back on the dieting wagon again or something. And if that's happening to you, here's the simple fact. Here's the simple way to ask yourself, how would you know inside if you are back in defensive strategies, aka restricting, binging, purging, over-exercise, trying to manipulate your body size or shape through activity? How would you know inside? What are the things, the beliefs, the strategies, the behaviors? How are you in a relationship with others that would give you some indications that we're leaning back on old ways to manage something that feels like too much or not enough? Some of you watching this may think, oh, that sounds really great now, I wish I had those problems. But it does bring a lot of distress to those who at a certain level of recovery, who've made it to a certain level or layer, that it is distressing, because when you're not in a space of like, active disordered behaviors, you never want to go back there. And it's scary because we love the freedom so much we've gotten. So what I want to suggest, please watch this video again, everybody who's watching it live, or you're not sure what level of recovery you're at, and think about, how would I know inside if what I'm doing has any tinge of hopefulness of body change? It's not wrong to want to feel strong or to feel more mobile, all that kind of stuff, but you can do it in a non-compulsive, obsessive, idolatrous kind of way. It doesn't have to be the focus of your life. It could just be something that's happening. Like, you can get to the place with your eating where it's just you're eating the best of what's available. You're not thinking on it too much. You're doing the adulting things like being able to cook and shop and bring it into your house, or when you're feeling more, when you're feeling more tired, you get more takeout instead, and there's no stress or angst about it. You just do it because you're attuned to what the context of any life situation and how that's impacting your food. For those of you who are feeling like, oh, I don't know if I'll ever get there, that's never going to happen for me, it will. But it may be that either you haven't been in this work long enough, or it could be that something is missing. And so I'd be happy to chat with you. You can always go to my website, tracybrownrde.com/get started. I would love to have a conversation for you of like, if you've been in this work, honestly, more than a year or two, and you either had some treatment or you haven't had any, and you feel like you're just kind of flailing, I guarantee you there's something missing to allow you get to this place in recovery where it's like your worry is that maybe your body is changing and you're afraid of what people are going to think about it, or you're not quite trusting yourself that you're in a good space, basically. And so we're going to talk more about the specifics of what to do when maybe your body has changed and people make comments about that and you're like, no comments, leave me alone. Or what it looks like to make nutrition changes without being obsessive about it. So we're going to talk about that this week. Thank you all so much for watching live. Please pass on this video to those that you know are kind of, they need to hear like what the next steps look like. So thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you in Wednesday's video. Bye for now.